We're about to get stuck into fixing some of these structural issues on this old house. Stick around, let's get into it.
We're Byron and Jill, two hands-on people with big dreams. In 2024, we jumped headfirst into our off-grid dream and purchased a 100-acre block at Mount Binga. After relocating here in 2025, our big goal right now is transforming this incredible century-old Ashgrovian Queenslander into our forever home. This isn't just a renovation, it's a complete transformation, a huge project demanding a lot of energy and time, and it's going to take everything we've got. And we'd love to have you along for the ride. Every challenge, every triumph, every step of the way.
I'm about to tackle a job here that I've been looking forward to for a long time, probably since this house was delivered. I've always noticed this little section here on the veranda is a patch job. And these boards here, that one, all the way across, are actually skinnier profile than the original deck. So I imagine there was a hole in here. It was double story, this house, so maybe it was for a stairwell or a drop into a laundry. I don't know. Maybe there was a fireplace coming up from the bottom story up through this floor. But anyway, I'm keen to get stuck in and try and do some repairs here. Let me show you more detail underneath. Well, I hope you can see this a bit better. This is that little patch job I'm talking about here. They've just infilled it with some really light hardwood. They've cut these main support joists back, butt into it. They don't extend through to the bearer over here going that way. So I might start by ripping this up. I've found some hardwood over in the pile deep down in the bottom there. So I think it's a perfect job for today. Tidy this little area up, pull out some old nails that are under here, give this little section on the veranda a good tidy up, give it some strength back. This little patch there that we just got rid of. Let's have a look underneath now. Pull out a few more bits of junk, stuff that's in the way. Alright, let's got that sorted. Got our couple of bits of timber prepped up. Our nice bits of hardwood, and they're 95 by 45. This one's by 50. So maybe back in the day they were 4x2, 100mm by 50mm, but they've shrunk a bit. Let's do a bit more prep. Well, I might as well stand up in here now. Makes life a bit easier. Now we've got some clouts up here. This is old gyprock ceiling. Another clout there. We've got some longer hand nails as well. Never know what you're going to find under these old things. I've learnt to expect anything and a bit of everything. And you know, some of these nails are handmade nails. I'd say they're the original nails with the square heads on them. Some of them are from the 60s, where there might have been a renovation. And then some are modern, like these little baby clouts that were holding the gyprock on. So we'll get through these, pull off everything we can that's going to be in our way here. The ones I can't get out, I will just cut off flush. Like that one there. Clean snapped. Oh, snapped again. So we'll just cut them off where we can. And we'll tap them back in. Alright, bit of junk there. Old school batten. Here. Found I've got to be careful under here. You stand up or move your head and straight into a nail or edge of a piece of hardwood like that, and it'll just split straight open. Now this piece right here is the first piece we'll get stuck into. We need to go out to the front of veranda, and we want to get a bit of load on it. So I've got 1520 is our length. I'm going to write up here while I've got it. 1520 is the length. And we also have a checkout around this bearer here, and I've got 1450 to the checkout. And because our material is 95, we need 80mm. So we need to keep 80mm up our sleeve. That there's about right. And that there's just nice too. So we want 80mm keep. Okay, 1520 long, 1450 to a checkout. Keep 80. We also have a checkout at the front too, around this other bearer. And that will be 70mm. I'll remember that. That's not hard to come back to. Let's cut something. $18.40. So we want to use the shortest length because the one next to it's a little bit longer. I've got two to replace here. And they're about $18.50. So we have a bit of room to move. Let's spread it up. The length was 1520. Let's cut that first. Now we want camber up. Every piece of timber has a bow in it. So we're going to call that up there. That way once you get a bit of load on it, it can bow down. If it's already bowed down and you put load on it, it's going to bow down worse. So that makes sense. Now check out at the front was 70mm. And our check out at the back was 1450. Now we have to keep 80mm. So we're going to waste the bottom. So we're only wasting about 15 or 16mm. On the bottom, 80. So I've got all that marked up. It's important now I square it up, get it right, square it around so I can do all the correct cuts. Back on the same, it's very similar. That's up there. Marking on this hardwood's a bit hard to see, so I'll mark a few times the same mark. Get a good dent in it. Yeah, got that on there, that's our 80mm. Back this way. Now we can start by getting that little checkout started. So I cut up to the line there. Do the same there. Just like that. We can finish that off with the jigsaw. And there we have it. Our first bit of hardwood, that was pretty easy. Now this bit is going to be a bit harder than cutting it out because we are really bowed. That all looks good. That checkout there is nice. But we've got a bit of a problem with our height here. This old deck, as you can see as I tap that, it is a bit bowed, so I've got a trick for that. Give me a second. Oh, let's try that out. That was one click up. See if it's enough. Oh, absolutely. Or a magic tool. That was awkward, but very practical. Ow! Okay. just like that. Right there, so we've got our checkout in. Now we've got our piece of hardwood in. Up underneath here. Now those of you with a keen eye would have noticed I've got the quad bike here. I've actually got the winch out and I'm strapped onto this bearer here. I'm trying to pull it straight as we go. Now that I got that one in, I'm just going to shift this across a bit closer to you guys because I have a wicked bow in, and I'm just trying to straighten it the best I can. Like I say, we're not going to get this thing perfect, but we're going to try and get it better than it is. So let me move this setup across. That's 5 times better than it was. Just got to think outside the box sometimes. Okay, this one's a tad longer. That's no worries. We've got 1830 and 1780. 1830 length. $17.75 to the cutout. Now our cutout's going to be the same, 80mm, and our checkout at the front is going to be the same also, 70mm. Happy days. Always write it down. Sometimes I remember. Well, we're back to right where we left off. It is a different day, a much colder day. It's about 7 degrees this morning, early Sunday morning, but what would you rather be doing? So let's hook in. Now, hopefully this one's not as bad as the last one. We got to jack it up, so we'll see how we go here. Go over the top first, and yep. Not all goes to plan. Well, actually, before I speak too soon, we are in. Look at that, eh? Absolute perfect fit. Wow, happy days. Let's get some screws in it before it changes. That'll do enough to hold it for now. That's 175mm batten screw in there. The rest of these joists are hanging on with an old hand nail, so one screw is better than 3 hand nails, so we'll call that fixed down. Now we've got this little spot here, and it's not the safest thing to have while we're doing some work up on this veranda, so I'm just going to cut a bit of ply, temporary, and put it in here, just so we can walk around here better than it is now. We don't want Julie falling through while she's trying to give me a hand, so I'll fix that up, and we'll see what else little jobs we can do. For our sheet of ply, we'll go 1340, 1330, 710 there, 710 there. And just like that, we now have this structural damage fixed and temporary sorted. We're obviously going to get a bit more decking and put it down here to make all this pretty. I've still got a lot to finish off around here. But in the meantime, these joists are fixed and done. So thanks for hanging around. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you next time.